so we're going to do the car loan question where the car loan was taken out for $18,000 at an interest rate of 10.4% per annum, compounding fortnightly with fortnightly payments of $300. Find the balance of the loan after 2 years. Okay, so before we go into answering the question, let's have a look here at the reducing balance formula, where A is the balance after the number of payments N. We have the compound interest formula here, where P is the principal, the amount of the original value of the loan, and then we take away all of this, which actually represents the annuities formula. Both of these formulas are on your formula sheet in the exam, however you will need to remember to put them together. We know this part of the formula here, that is the annual effective interest rate formula, and we multiply it by the repayments and divide it by I. So now let's take the information out from the question. So we know that the car loan, that's the principal, is worth $18,000. The interest rate is 10.4% per annum. Please make note of that. Compounding fortnightly. Fortnightly is every 2 weeks. And there are 26 fortnights in a year. Repayments equals $300. And we are talking about 2 years. Okay, so, and it is asking us to find the balance of that loan, so we need to find A after 2 years. So first thing we need to do is we need to work out I. Okay, so in order to work out I, obviously we need to work out how many, we take the percentage annual interest rate, 10.4, we divide it by 100 to make it a decimal, and then multiplying it by 26, because there are 26 fortnights in a year. Remember, we're just working out the interest rate as a decimal for the compounding period at this point. So we put this into our calculator, 10.4 divided by, pop that in brackets in your calculator so you don't make an error, and we get 0.004, which is a nice number. You may need to use the memory function of your calculator if that number is an extended small decimal. Okay, so we need to work out N for the loan that we're looking at. So it's fortnightly for 2 years. So N is going to equal 26, because it's 26 compounding periods in a year and it's over 2 years. So we multiply it by 2, so the final value for N is 52. So we have I, we have N, okay, we have R, which is 300, and we have P. So we've got all the information we need to work out the balance of the loan after 2 years. So let's now just substitute the values in. I'm not going to rewrite it, I'm just going to put the numbers in. So principal is 18,000. You'll notice that we have 1 plus I twice, so I'm actually just going to write that so that I remember. 1 plus I equals 1.004, because we know I is 004. So I'm just going to do this as a multiplication as 1.004, because that represents 1 plus I to the power N, which we know is 52. And then subtract, now we're working with this second part, the annuities part of the formula. We know the value for R, it's $300. Okay, and I'm just going to represent this as a multiplication. Again, I know 1 plus I, so 1.004 to the power N, which is 52. Take away 1. All of this over I, which is a 0.004. Now, This is quite a lot to put into your calculator. You might be pretty good and can do it in one step. I'm going to do it as 2 steps, just less chance of making errors. So I always start with my exponential there because that's a multiplication, so it doesn't matter which order I do it in. 1.004 to the power 52 equals, then I'm going to multiply that by the 18,000 and I get 2215264. I was going to bring a few extra decimals in at this point so I don't get a rounding error for my dollars. Then let's go over to this side. Again, 1.004 to the power 52. So I'm doing that bit first. Then I'm taking away my 1, getting the answer for that. So I've worked out the brackets. Now I'm dividing it by the 004. So now I've worked out all of this, and it's 576756, and I need to now multiply that by the 300. And I get 17302.68394. Okay, now I need to subtract this from that original value. I'm just going to turn the number that's still in my calculator into a negative by pushing the negative button, equals, and then I'm just going to add the 22152.64415, and I get 48499602. That will do for the minute. Okay, you could obviously use the memory function in your calculator to, rather than play around with some of the steps, and that's fine. Okay, so let's just make a worded answer for the question. So, after 2 years, the balance of the loan is, it's money, so we have to just take it to 2 decimal places, 4,849 and 96 cents.